The Londonpreneur Show with Michelle Carter.
Welcome to another episode of the Londonpreneur Show. I'm interviewing up to 100 entrepreneurs here in London, Ontario. And today with me is Joanna Rogister. She is a London health and wellness expert. Welcome, Joanna.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
No problem. So what gets you out of bed in the morning?
Well, it's a whole bunch of things, but I think primarily my biggest passion is to educate people that health can be simple. Simple, easy steps can change your life. Like, it doesn't have to, you don't have to go out and try and transform your diet or transform the way you think or walk or talk or anything like that. Just take simple steps and you can change your life.
And you are a health and wellness expert. What does that cover?
Kind of covers everything. I'm a homeopath. I'm a nutritionist. I have my 4th degree black belt in Taekwondo, so I can do the physical exercise part of it.
Taekwondo?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So I can kind of cover it all off. I can cover off all aspects of your life and provide you with changes and steps that can be taken to improve all areas of your life and bring back health. Because when we're healthy, we tend to be happier and we live more fulfilling lives.
Absolutely. When did you start your business?
Well, I actually worked in the corporate world for about 20 years. And then about 7 or 8 years ago, I developed a thyroid disorder that created havoc in my life. And I realized at the time, even though the endocrinologist had told me that there was no alternatives available to me, I would be on drugs for the rest of my life, I found this difficult to believe, so I went back and I started doing the research, and I found out there were alternatives, and there was lots of alternatives. So that's when I went back to school for nutrition. Mm-hmm. And I did nutrition for a few years and graduated with a degree. And then, but after about a year, I realized that nutrition is a bit more of a challenge because you don't know exactly what's working and what's not. Mm-hmm. And it can also take 3 to 4 months before you really know. So that's when I switched over to homeopathy, and I took a homeopathic degree from the Canadian College of Homeopathy in Toronto and drove down back and forth to Toronto for a few years. And homeopathy allows me to make changes very quickly and effectively and long term. So, but that combination of homeopathy and nutrition kind of gives my patients the best of both worlds. So I can make the changes and bring back balance, and then I can maintain it with nutrition and the lifestyle changes that are necessary.
Great.
Yeah.
Where would you like to see this go 5 years from now?
I'd like a clinic that combines a variety of different alternative therapy providers all together in one spot, but providing protocols. So if someone comes in and they have diabetes, they know that, I can help them out with nutrition, with homeopathy, but also we can take care of the physical aspects. Maybe one more appropriate is something like, with arthritis. So you've got someone that's there doing Bowen therapy, or someone that's doing massage, but also someone that's helping, with the neuro-linguistic programming and helping from the mental side of it. But it kind of all of us working together to provide a holistic alternative to people to help them find health in a natural way.
Sounds like an alternative hospital.
Yeah, along that lines. And really, I think that is the trend, and certainly in other parts of the world. London is a little bit slower. It's a little bit more conservative because of the teaching hospitals that we have here. But I think it's the way that the future is going to be. There already are some hospitals out there like this, but we need to bring it so more people are aware of it, that it's possible.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Why did you want to start your own business?
I don't want to work for anyone else. I know what I want, and I know what I'm looking for and what I want to provide. Mm-hmm. So it was, I could work for someone else, but, they may tell me that, they may tell me things that I don't really want to do. I want to be in control of my future, and I want to be able to decide what I want to do. I spent 20 years working for the corporate world and, being told all the time what to do, and it's not the same as when you do it yourself. But it also brings a whole different world. When I was in that corporate world, I really thought that I couldn't be an entrepreneur, that I couldn't handle, not having that stability behind me and the support that was necessary. But, I even worked at London Community Small Business Center for a year acting as a business consultant. And I thought, wow, I'm amazed at these entrepreneurs that are doing this for themselves, but I don't think I could do that. But now I see that I can't imagine working for someone else unless we were in an equal position, but yeah, I couldn't be anyone else's employee anymore.
I understand that. Do you agree with that saying I've been seeing recently that if you're not working on your own business, you're working on somebody else's.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, there's really nothing else, is there?
No, not really.
So your choice. I certainly see both sides of it, but I think it really is. It's a whole different way of thinking when you own your own business, because you're thinking about the business all the time. Like, what can I do differently? How can I get my product or my service across to people?
Or even my ideas.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, so that they understand it and go, yeah, that's a good idea.
What are you struggling with in business right now?
Well, because I've just started the business, it takes time. There's also a challenge with homeopathy, because there's a lot of negative information out there about homeopathy, but I know it works. Like anything, it doesn't work for everyone, but Western medicine doesn't work for everyone, and there's a lot less side effects with this. So
True.
It's getting that information out that homeopathy does work, that there's an alternative that's safe, there's natural, and it's holistic. So I guess that's a challenge. It's just getting the word out about what
Education.
I do. Yeah, educating people about different services and getting my name out that I am, an expert and that I can help people, that I have the knowledge and the education to help people change their lives.
Mm-hmm. My favorite topic coming up now is marketing.
Okay.
What kind of marketing strategies are you putting in place right now for your business?
Oh, well, this is a bit of a challenge, as with every business. It's a variety of things. Right now, I'm getting ready to start reaching out to more corporations and providing them with packages to make available to employees. So I guess my marketing is packages available and making people more aware of them. Trying to use social media on a more productive basis, so greater efficacy that way. Getting out, making presentations, doing interviews, speaking with people and letting people know that I'm out there. Do I have a definite marketing strategy in place? I guess because my business is so new, it's just kind of, get your name out there and, make people aware. So
Absolutely.
It's not a really well-defined one, and I should be working on that more. But it's, getting my name out there is the biggest thing.
Do you have any advice for those who are thinking of starting their own business?
I think one of the biggest things is to be really passionate about it, because if you're not loving what you're doing, then it's going to be a job.
Yes.
And so that's a big thing. But also you have to have that business side of it. I worked in my corporate career. I worked for a bank for 20 years. But I also had a degree in business, and working at the Small Business Center, I started working on business plans and things like that. At the school that I went to for nutrition, we had to do a business plan. So it's having that business side of it also, because you can be very passionate about what you're doing and love it. But if you don't have the business side, then you're going to be in big trouble. Well, it does. Like even to do, like I can do my own books because of my past. So that makes it a lot easier for me. I still go to an accountant because I think that's important for them to do the final statement. But I think looking at knowing that you've got both sides makes things a lot easier.
Mm-hmm. Well, is there any announcements or anything you'd like us to follow you on?
Well, you can certainly follow me on Facebook. I am getting back into Twitter. I do have blogs that come out on a kind of regular basis and a newsletter, so you can always go to my website. Do you want me to say the website? Mm-hmm. Okay. So which is just www.lifestagesholistics.com, and sign up for the newsletter and Facebook, Twitter, blogs. Follow them all. I love it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining me.
Oh, thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.
And thank you for watching and listening to this week's episode. Make sure to like and subscribe to iTunes, Stitcher Radio. Find us on londonpreneurs.ca. Thanks again. We'll talk to you next time.